After our last video about the alien ship approaching Earth, new data has emerged that completely changes the outlook. Data ranging from precise timelines of the discovery to leaks about secret government operations. Baba Vanga's predictions for 2025 are starting to come true with a blood-chilling accuracy. And now we know that the world's military powers are taking measures that go far beyond scientific observation. An even more disturbing theory has also emerged, the Dark Forest hypothesis, which suggests why an alien civilization would send completely silent probes to spy on us without being detected. What you're about to discover could forever change your perspective on Tress and Atlas, and about what really awaits us in the coming months of 2025. Stay with me, because I'm going to reveal all the information that has come up after our first analysis. From the exact dates and technical data that confirm the anomalies, to the leaks about Project Bluebeam and the chilling connections with apocalyptic prophecies. I am El Doc Mentalista, and this is the complete truth about Tress and Atlas. First of all, I want to ask you a small favor. If you find this content valuable, share it, comment, like it, and subscribe. Your support makes a difference. Thank you. The exact timeline that reveals the anomalies. Let's begin with verifiable facts outlining a clear and troubling timeline. On June 14, 2025, Tress Y Atlas was first recorded in the Zwicky Transit Facility archives. No one noticed because it was hidden in a dense star region near the galactic center. On July 1, 2025, exactly 17 days later, the Atlas system in Chile officially detected it. But here's the first unsettling fact. In these 17 days, the object has accelerated in an inexplicable way. The initial measurements showed a speed of 58 kilometers per second relative to the Sun, approximately 210,000 kilometers per hour. But on July 2nd, just 24 hours after the official announcement, that speed had increased to more than 61 kilometers per second. To put it in perspective, a normal comet doesn't accelerate like that unless it's releasing gases massively near the Sun. But Tress and Atlas were more than 6 astronomical units from the Sun when this anomalous acceleration occurred. On July 17, 2025, the Vera C. Robin Observatory determined the nucleus was exactly 11 kilometers wide. This makes it the largest interstellar object ever observed and challenges our understanding of comet formation and preservation. Most disturbing is what happens between July and August 2025. Tress and Atlas developed a coma and tail that do not follow the typical patterns of sublimation. The tail points in directions that don't match the solar radiation pressure, as if the object were ejecting material in a controlled way. According to experts, this data has been deliberately downplayed in public reports. The official scientific community is divided between those who believe we are seeing extreme cometry phenomena and those who are beginning to seriously consider that something else is happening. The division in the scientific community, what they say in private. Meanwhile, in public statements, National Aeronautics and Space Administration and the astronomical community maintain an official line that Tress and Atlas are natural comets. Scientists' private conversations reveal a very different story. Dr. Avi Loeb from Harvard is not alone in his suspicions. According to leaks from some experts, a group of at least 30 astrophysicists from prestigious universities has been exchanging data that has not been officially published. This group, which informally refers to itself as the Sagan Committee in honor of Carl Sagan, has documented anomalies in Tress and Atlas, which go beyond the unexplained accelerations. Low-frequency electromagnetic emissions that do not correspond to any known natural phenomenon. These signals were detected by multiple radio telescopes, but have been classified as atmospheric interference in the official reports. Second, changes in surface reflectivity, which suggest a non-uniform composition. Spectral analyses show regions that reflect light like polished metal, alternating with areas that absorb radiation in an unusual way. Third, and more disturbing, a rotation that is too stable for an object that supposedly has traveled through interstellar space for millions of years. Comets should have erratic rotations. But TRES-I Atlas maintains a stability that suggests some kind of internal control system. Dr. Chris Linton from Oxford, who publicly dismissed the alien technology theories, has privately expressed to his colleagues that there are too many anomalies for them to be coincidences. However, he remains skeptical about extraterrestrial conclusions. Astronomer Samantha Lawler, who has also been vocal in her criticism of the LOEB theories. According to some reports, he has requested additional observation time on several telescopes to verify anomalies that have not been publicly reported. Leaks about Project Bluebeam leaks have emerged connecting TRES and Atlas with the legendary Project Bluebeam. For those who are not familiar, Bluebeam is a conspiracy theory that suggests government agencies are planning a fake alien invasion using advanced technology to establish a new world order. According to documents leaked in encrypted communities, the appearance of TRES and Atlas would be the initial phase of Bluebeam, psychological conditioning to prepare the world population for a fabricated extraterrestrial contact event. A Reddit user who claims to have connections with defense contractors stated, "This would be one of the first steps to plant in the public's subconscious the idea that there is a possibility of a hostile extraterrestrial craft. Until they decide to bring out one of their reverse-engineered crafts and claim it's alien." More concerning, several independent sources say secret military facilities have tested responses to unconventional threats since August 2025. Some confirm that there has indeed been an increase in activity at classified facilities, particularly those associated with advanced technology projects and unacknowledged special access programs. Are you starting to see the pattern, Estres and Atlas? Is this psychological preparation for something bigger, or are we really witnessing the first extraterrestrial contact? Let me know in the comments, because what comes next is going to change your perspective forever. The Dark Forest Theory. Why do they remain silent? To understand why an extraterrestrial object would remain completely silent, we need to explore one of the most chilling theories about life in the universe: the Dark Forest Hypothesis. This theory, popularized by Chinese writer Liu Zixin, suggests the universe is like a dark forest of silent hunters. Civilizations hide, fearing exposure might draw hostile cosmic predators. According to this hypothesis, if a civilization detects another, the most sensible thing to do is to destroy it immediately before it can become a threat. That's why all intelligent civilizations remain in absolute silence. How does this connect to TRES-I Atlas? If the object is really an extraterrestrial probe, its silent and seemingly passive behavior would fit perfectly with the Dark Forest strategy. An advanced civilization would send explorers who avoid signals and obvious maneuvers, enabling them to observe others without exposing themselves. It would be the ideal spy, visible yet camouflaged as a natural event. Dr. Lube suggested in a study that TRES-I Atlas might be planting devices during its passage through our solar system. Small probes that would remain to monitor Earth after the main object moves away. If the Dark Forest theory is correct, this would mean that we are being evaluated by a civilization that needs to determine whether we pose a threat before deciding our fate. Even more unsettling, some theorists suggest that the timing of this recognition is no coincidence. With humanity rapidly developing artificial intelligence, advanced nuclear weapons, and space technology, we might be approaching a tipping point that other civilizations consider dangerous. The complete absence of any communication attempts by TRES-I Atlas, if it is a probe, would be deliberate. In a dark forest universe, communication is equivalent to a death sentence. This theory would also explain why Earth's governments would be so nervous if they suspect that we are being watched and evaluated. Any wrong response could trigger catastrophic consequences for our species. Baba Vanga's predictions for 2025. We can't ignore the disturbing coincidences with which Baba Vanga's predictions for 2025 have been coming true. The Bulgarian mystic claimed this year would mark the first real contact with beings from other worlds. Baba Vanga specifically predicted this for 2025. Objects from deep space would approach Earth during the final months of the year, bringing knowledge that would change the destiny of humanity. She also warned that this contact would not be benevolent at first, and that false prophets would deny reality to keep humanity in ignorance. The dates overlap disturbingly. An atlas will reach its perihelion on October 30, 2025, and its closest approach to Earth in November, exactly the period that Vanga had indicated. But there's an even more chilling prediction. Baba Vanga had declared that 2025 would also be the year of a devastating conflict in Europe, which would change the population of the continent, suggesting the beginning of a Third World War. Could the event with 3 and Atlas trigger this conflict? If nations interpret its nature differently, or extraterrestrial technology is confirmed, geopolitical tensions could escalate. Additionally, we have to consider that Russia has recently discovered the cure for cancer. Or is that what they say? According to the research I've done, internal documents suggest that the military powers are already positioning themselves strategically, not only to observe 3 and Atlas, but also to address possible unauthorized contact between other nations and the object. Baba Vanga also predicted devastating seismic events in Asia during 2025. And indeed, you've probably seen it in the news. Lately, there have been earthquakes in several parts of the world. The secret military responses of the world powers. While public statements maintain calm, the actual military responses tell a very different story. According to some leaks, the 3 main space powers have activated protocols that go far beyond scientific observation. The United States has redirected multiple reconnaissance satellites to maintain continuous surveillance of 3 and Atlas. Even more significant, the Space Force has begun classified exercises called Operation Night Guardian. Russia has activated its most advanced space defense systems and has begun testing long-range interceptors that are officially designed for asteroids, but could be used against objects of any kind. According to intelligence sources, China has secretly launched at least 2 undeclared missions into outer space since July 2025. Officially, they are communication satellites, but their orbits place them in a position to intercept objects in the outer solar system. The 3 powers have set up crisis centers with experts in extraterrestrial contact and protocols for containing alien technology. This goes far beyond any response to a simple comet. Even more disturbing, classified meetings have been reported between military representatives of these nations. Something practically impossible given the current geopolitical climate, unless they are facing a threat that transcends earthly rivalries. It has been reported that advanced technology research facilities in Nevada, Siberia, and the Gobi Desert have dramatically increased their activity, suggesting preparation for the analysis of unconventional technology. What do we really know and what don't we? After analyzing all this information, from scientific data to military leaks, what can we really conclude about Tracy Atlas? What we know for sure is that it's the largest interstellar object ever observed. It shows anomalies in acceleration, composition, and rotation that aren't fully explained by known natural phenomena. The military powers are responding disproportionately for a simple comet. What we don't know: if the anomalies have natural explanations that we don't understand yet, If the leaks about Bluebeam are disinformation or if they're real. If the military preparations are justified caution or knowledge of something they haven't told us. What's concerning is the timing with Papa Panga's predictions. The split between public statements and private actions by governments and scientists. And the behavior that matches perfectly with the dark forest theory. The reality is that we're at a historic turning point. Whether Tracy Atlas is alien technology, a government psyop, or just the strangest comet ever seen. The coming months will change our perspective on our place in the universe. The upcoming month's timeline. The upcoming events are scheduled with unsettling precision. Pay attention. On October 30th, 2025, Atlas will reach its perihelion. If you're going to activate any system that has remained dormant during the interstellar journey, this would be the right time. In November 2025, during its closest approach to Earth, any device deployed by the main object would be detectable. That's also when Baba Vanga's predictions suggest the most significant events will occur. In November 2025, Tracy Atlas will leave the solar system. If the dark forest theories are correct, this could be the moment when the civilization that sent it makes decisions about humanity. Based on the data collected, all of this culminates in a period of less than 3 months that could determine the future of our species. It could confirm that we are alone in the universe, for now, with a very, very unusual comet, or we could discover that we were never alone, and that now we are being judged. Let me know in the comments. Do you think Atlas is the first real extraterrestrial contact, or a false flag operation, or the most unusual comet in history? Do Baba Vanga's predictions seem eerily accurate to you? Are you prepared for any of these scenarios? I am El Documentalista. And that was it. Update: what they didn't tell you about Atlas.